Yeah.
Yeah. I
We
think One
are
Piece one.
going live now. All right. Hello. Guys, I'm sharing out this thing on Twitter. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good.
Having fun, being great time. Can you hear my fan anyway with my mic at all?
No.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. I have my fan on right now. It's hot as hell in the house today, so I turned on my fan. I didn't want the noise to be hitting the mic. But yeah, so grab a drink, everyone who comes in here in a couple minutes, and let's just hang out and talk about some Netflix stuff and what we're up to, what the channel's going to be up to soon, and other stuff like that. But yeah, fun. I think this ain't good. I see that thing came up on the phone yet. I read this article on today, a pop up that was from Polygon. I fucking hate Polygon, but it was talking about Ari Salvatore, and it was talking about like what his future for the Legend of Drizzt books were, and it's not something I'm looking forward to. It's pretty much, you know how like they've been going after D&D now for being racist stuff because orcs are black people. Well, pretty much I can find it, but right now, but the article pretty much was stating that Ari Salvador was doing an interview with Polygon, and Polygon was asking him what his plans to get rid of the racist stereotypes in the D&D franchise, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm working right now to fight against racism by He's like, I work a lot with Legend of Drizzt books. If you ever read those, it's got a lot of dark elves in them, and the dark elves are always seen as evil. He's like, they're only evil because they have dark skin. And so I'm going to help change that. I'm going to help where I guess in this next book, he's really going to push forward that the dark elves are actually not evil race. They're actually just misunderstood. I was like, no, dark elves are evil. They follow a demon queen, for kind's sake. The spider queens. Jesus Christ. I was like, no, Ari Salvatore, they already tried to cancel and they already tried to Me Too him and all other stuff. They just, no. Dude, just write your books the way you've done it. You have 30 plus books. Don't let these fucking woke idiots tarnish your good writing.
Yeah.
The whole point of the books is that Drizzt was the outcast. He was like, he became good because his father was slightly good. And even his father has his prejudice. Like in the latest book I read, his father actually he deals a lot more of his father from his point of view. And he comes back to life and he finds out Drizzt's now having a baby with Brie, which is his human wife. And at first he's really shocked because dark elves are always raised to believe that the dark elves are the highest race you can be, and they're above all the races. To think of even sleeping with a human is like unheard of, except for Jaraxel, who does his own thing. And so, at first Drizzt fights him, and he's like, "If you don't want to be around us and our daughter, because he's gonna have a daughter in the last book." Spoilers. You're reading into it, but yeah, it was like, oh, I hope he doesn't screw up the next book. This last book, there is a civil war about to happen between the Dark Elves, though, because pretty much something happens in the last book that awakens people. Like some of the matron mothers, who are like the most evil of the races. Well, one of them realizes by going back in her, because she was gifted with all the memories of her like mother who lived for thousands of years, and then her mother had like memories back to the very beginning of Metro Barrison, which is like the main city, the Drow. And she realizes that the Spider Queen was actually not always evil. She was slowly twisted into the Spider Queen. She used to be a dark elf queen, and so was all the people. So they weren't always evil. They actually fled evil emperors down to the Underdark to escape, and then somehow under there they were twisted into more and more evil as time passed. And I was like, okay, I kind of see how that could work, but I don't want it because this woke crap is like, yeah, you're racist because people don't like dark skinned elves. I'm like, what? People love the drow. They like the drow that are like dark and mysterious and like roguish. D&D always has that kind of, there's so many races. You can do whatever you want. And it's so dumb that they're putting real life crap into it. And it's like, it's supposed to be fantasy, guys. It's fantasy. This has nothing to do with the real world and like past slavery and stuff. This is fantasy.
Yeah, there's tons of races that that are in fantasy that are worse off than.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't. It's just so dumb that they're getting to him, and it's like he's one of my favorite authors too. So it's really sad. I hope he doesn't become like super woke in his next book. Because I'm gonna do a video. I plan on doing a video where I actually like cover all 30 of the books and what I feel about them, how the story is going, and what I think about it. Because it's really good. The books are really, really good. Man, there's some moments in there you're just like, Jesus Christ. There's like the moment where Drizzt dies. Like actually dies. Like he sacrifices himself. And so everybody's like, he's gone, oh no. And then he comes back. It's weird, like how he comes back, but one of Bruner's dwarf friends becomes a vampire in the books, which is freaking crazy. The books are great, man. If you ever get a chance to read them, do it. I got all the audiobooks because I got that Audible or whatever app. Yeah, Audible. It's pretty cheap actually in Audible to get the books, because it's like you could buy 3 points for I think like 20 something. I think like $18 to $20, and each point gets you a book. So what I would, instead of just buying the book straight out, because you can buy the book straight out on like the audiobook, but they're like $20 a book. I just buy the point, and then use the point to get the book. And then because each point you get a free point every month. So every month you get one free point. And so I just been listening to since I started like pretty much at the beginning where I left off on the real books. I just listened to all of them, and it was so good. And a lot of the audiobooks are great. Good quality, good reading. They had like an English, reader, guy reads like almost like a London accent, European accent, so it's really good to listen to. So, yeah. You guys hear that? The background noise?
No, not really.
Okay, good. They got the TV on. I'm hoping it's not too loud. But yeah, so how is everybody doing? We're gonna go here in a minute and start talking about what we're going to talk about Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to share you got an article pulled up about it or anything?
Yeah, I have some stuff on the One Piece live action.
Okay, we'll pull that up first. I love One Piece. I caught up finally. And now I'm kind of disappointed I caught up so fast. I caught up and it's not nearly as far as I was hoping it was going to be. I was kind of hoping like he was already fighting the main dude. Like, the big fight happened. So I was like, hell yeah, if it's back, I want to catch up. And unfortunately, no. I was like, darn it. That's all I want
Alright,
to see is like the big fight.
problem. I think I'm gonna have to move this over here. Can you still hear me and everything?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Then all right.
Wait, they're actually building this? Is that a real
Yeah,
ship?
yeah, they're building an actual ship for
I
it.
don't know though. Are they gonna make it look like Luffy's ship though?
Um, it looks like the Going Merry. It's
Oh, they're doing the Going Merry. Okay.
yeah, because it's
Oh, I see it. Oh, okay, okay, I
the
see. Because I saw the back end here and that front end, and it kind of looked like one long
yeah.
ship.
They have 3 ships. I don't think they show the third, and it's supposed to go the first. They said 10 episodes, but we're not sure if we're gonna get more than 10.
Who's creating this?
This is
Well, Netflix.
it's Netflix, and the director was part of a few different things. I think he did the first. He was working on the first 2 seasons of Lost.
Lost. Oh, it's on J.J. Abrams. We don't want him.
Then he worked on Defenders and
I don't know, man. Live action One Piece. That just seems like a ridiculous. Like I don't know if that would work.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh god.
Like you gotta CGI like the stretching and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works as an anime, but I don't know if it'll work for live action. See, this is the problem with a lot of these live action animes. Now we're coming like Japan does them all the time. They did a Bleach one that was freaking
I think
horrible.
I believe he worked on Luke Cage and the Defenders. Don't know if I can find his name here. Is it Evan? I don't know. Not sure. But yeah, so he worked on Luke Cage, Defenders, and Lost, and like a couple other things. Those are his 2 titles with
Mhm.
Netflix was Defenders and Luke Cage. I thought Luke Cage was pretty good, but
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed most of it. Yeah.
I feel like One Piece is a lot different than
Yeah, One Piece is its own monster. I don't know, man. It's gonna be.
because like he says he's been a fan since like forever ago.
Yeah, you could be a
And he
fan, but the
and he
problem is
really wants to
how.
create his world, and I really hope, even if it's like a mess, I hope they at least like follow the story and like what
Yeah,
was like created, because like man, it's a fucking
I don't know how they're
masterpiece.
gonna do it though, because like Luffy's not.
Yeah,
He's not like really old. He's not. He's like a younger
certain
teen.
characters I think they could have really good fun with, but like Luffy, oh man, they got to do that like perfectly, or
Yeah, you
it's
gotta do
gonna.
Luffy perfect, but you also got some of the other creatures that like Chopper. I don't
Yeah,
know how they're gonna do
Chopper. I don't
Chopper.
know how they. That was what I
But they
was
show that
thinking.
one image. Go up and they show the image.
Yeah, so these are just like action
Wow,
figures and setups and stuff. This is
I
not what
want
it's gonna
that.
look like.
Can you
But
blow those up?
I might be able to like zoom in.
You can zoom in a little bit. I want that Luffy that's dancing. I want that back here, right there.
Right,
And the mermaid looking. Oh no, what's her name?
Nami.
Nami. Yes, thank you, Nami. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking Nami.
Nami.
God damn. I got this guy right here. He's got his
Yeah,
cup thing. I
yeah.
gotta get the other
Luffy
two
on
that go to
your.
him. He's
Okay.
got two. He's got three dudes. All at one. They do the cups. It's him and his two brothers, and I gotta get the other two when they come out
Yeah,
because
you
you can
got
put them like in like a circle, and they're all like lifting their cups together.
It's like,
And I want to get like more of the One Piece figures back there.
I think even if it goes bad though, like I think it's gonna bring
It's
more audience
yeah,
in to
it's
the
an
show
anime.
itself.
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll be like, "What the heck is One Piece?" And people watch the live action, like, "Where the hell?" You know, if it was like really not that great, what they'll do is hopefully
Yeah,
it'll
but
bring eyes to the anime because the anime is huge, dude. That is like one
yeah,
of the biggest animes I've ever
yeah.
watched.
Like the first certain episodes is it can really
On
push
Netflix, yeah,
certain
they have
people
like a
off
bunch. I think they have.
because it's a lot of friends of mine can't really get into it, and I'm like, I kind of understand, but it's huge, and you see that maybe the first few episodes don't,
I
it
like the
seems
first
so
episode.
goofy and so weird
Dude, they're all
for the
freaking goofy
first
and weird. They get so
few
crazy, and
episodes.
then they go up into like the
But
sky
yeah,
thing,
but
and
it gets so it comes together so well, like, and it doesn't show that it does that early on at all. It's a little
yeah.
bit like
Which I think is
slower.
funny is when they went back in the past with Gold Roger, and they were following the Gold Roger adventures for those
Oh,
couple
dude,
episodes,
that
and he
was
went
crazy.
back like it saw like all the islands that Luffy saw. It
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was
oh
great.
yeah, I remember that. Oh, I remember going there. Oh, I remember going there because that's what it was. It was pretty much,
And,
hey, don't you remember these things and these adventures that Luffy had?
yeah,
Well, Gold
well,
Roger did it first.
even when they were at Sky Island, though, they saw that Gold Roger signed his
Yeah,
name on
yeah,
the
they saw him.
thing,
Yeah.
and there's tons of stuff that like wraps around in One Piece that are like little hints like, throughout the
What
entire
do you think is
show.
at the last island? Because in
Um,
that one episode, they all made it to the last island. All they said was they started laughing like crazy, and then they left.
so
They're all like happy,
most
like life
people,
was finally fulfilled.
most people think it talks about. So
Because they were
this is
talking about that one
theories.
guy.
This is theories on what One Piece is,
Hmm.
but let me see if I could pull up a map.
My number
Maybe
one concern with
explain it
live
a little
action
better.
adaptations is always trying to jump the gun, skipping plot points to get ultra powers for barbaric action scene. Hail, J.
Yeah,
Mary Nerd 84.
yeah,
Yeah, you agree. Yeah. Well, a lot of the problems too is they don't really mesh well with action. Like anime, you can do so much with. Like you can have Luffy stretch his arms, you can make it believable. But live action,
yeah. And it's gonna have like a really good like sound and everything. Like, because to me, it's like him stretching his arm and then it coming back. It's gotta be like snap. It's gotta be like fucking. It's gotta sound strong.
yeah, it's gonna
'Cause-
sound like he's rubber.
yeah, and that he can
Yeah.
put a lot of force because it's not the fruit that gives him his power. It's his hard work that gives him his strength, but it's his fruit
Well,
that gives
yeah,
him his uh,
stretchiness
yeah, his ability
made
to
him a rubber
do
man, but everything
new
else is
things.
him.
Yeah, and so
Dude, I
what
can't wait
most
till he
people
fights.
think. I don't know if I can pull this up more or not, but what I see a lot is that the because there's the multiple walls in between the world that
Yeah,
block,
then you get the four oceans that are
and
separate. Yeah,
then
then you got the
there
Grand Line.
and on then there's the underwater
Yeah,
sea
Kingdom. Yeah.
island, Fishman Island,
Oh
and
man,
then
she's good. Would
above
have to be
that
tight.
on
Yeah.
the red line, on like the actual like pillar of the world is the world government's main thing.
Yeah. Oh,
So
come on. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man.
and they already
Yeah.
showed that one person, that one little girl in the sea place that said that Luffy's gonna be the destroyer of the
Well, yeah,
island.
yeah. Well, they were talking about like there's two um kings will be born. They were talking about two rulers or something will be born, and they were talking about the princess was one of them.
Yeah.
The Sea
Well,
Kings. We're talking about the
the
two rulers
princess,
of the ocean.
the princess
Huh?
is one of the Oh,
she's the ancient weapon.
she's an
She
ancient
can
weapon.
control. Yeah, she can control the Sea Kings.
So what most people's theory is that the One Piece is breaking down the wall and then taking away the calm belt and stuff
Mm,
because and it turning into a one piece of one ocean for all to
mm,
explore, which would
maybe.
also go with like Sanji's dream of the all
Oh
blue.
yeah, the one ocean. Yeah, the one blue. Yeah, but I'm just wondering because the one thing is they were talking about what was that other character they were talking about? They started mentioning his name like right after they saw it. Um, it's not Luffy. It's not anybody. It's something like happy or something, smiling something.
Oh,
They were mentioning another
Joy,
pirate.
Joy Boy.
Yeah, Joey Boy.
Yeah, because
Who is that? That's my question. Because
so
maybe that's
Joy
who's
Boy
there.
is is one of the people that lost in the uh, Great War, that the whole Age of Darkness. That it's like the main reason um, the world government.
Trolls
Uh,
everything or something.
yeah, so let me see if I can pull up like. Let me see if I can pull up the scene.
Well, you're
Maybe I
saying
can
his
get a
hat is
picture.
from Joy Boy.
So
I don't remember Joy Boy. If he was
there's
there, I don't
there's
remember
this
him.
scene where this is one of the top people of the world government that was shown, and we see the A hat from what we think is Joy Boy. We think he was bigger, and maybe Luffy's is based off of that or something. We're not 100% sure yet because it's not all connected. Most of this is just theories put
Oh
together.
yeah. Well, that's his theories. Yeah. I wonder. Sounds interesting. Because I was wondering, like, maybe Joy Boy was at the end, and he was like sitting there in like a mountain of treasure or something, and we were just sitting
But
there guarding it with like a drink in his hand or something.
for a while now, uh, Luffy's been considered the bringer of dawn
Mm,
from a lot of different characters, which also makes sense in a lot of different aspects, like his new ship's name, the Sunny,
yeah. I
and
also think that he's the other emperor that the Sea Kings were talking about. 'Cause at first they were like, you know, the the ruler will be born. The ruler will be born. You know, when they were speaking to Roger and stuff. Soon our ruler will be born, and I was like, okay. So then that was talking about the princess, and then when we were later when they were leaving, they said there will be two rulers on opposite sides that will be born, and I was like, what? And I'm thinking, well, Luffy and her are about the same age, the princess. I'm wondering if Luffy was the other one that was born, the one that will rule.
yeah.
And it'd be interesting if like her and him like rule the ocean together. If they could do it, like if he gets her on his team, like she controls the freaking.
Well, there's multiple so far of like different weapons. There's Pluton, which is a ship that what
Yeah.
we heard about in Alabasta.
Well, that was that. No, that's not a ship. That's her.
Oh,
Because
that
if
was
you,
the ship.
yeah,
That
because
was
they
that
he,
wasn't the same one.
well,
There's
no, like that
multiple
was the
different.
weapon that he went down to the Sea Kingdom and he's asking the Sea King about it. Remember? He's like, "Have you heard of this weapon?" He goes, "Oh, well, every so many years, one of our people is born that can control the Sea Kings."
Yeah, but there's more
And
than
that
just
was the
one
weapon they
weapon.
was talking about. And that's why he named her after the weapon.
Pluton was supposed to be the is a ship built
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm wrong.
built by like there's literally the Pluton.
Okay, maybe it was not Pluton. There was someone else. It was she's one of the
Pluton was
weapons.
mentioned in Alabasta, but they mentioned that there's multiple weapons that are capable. Like Pluton was supposed to be capable of destroying an island in one shot.
Mm.
So some people were thinking this was Pluton. Others, a couple other
Oh, the
things.
gold
Like
ship from the sky.
yeah, we're not 100% sure exactly what is Pluton. Like it could be many things, but
I could have sworn it was
a
going to be
long
that
time ago, I
girl.
think people were even saying that like the Sunny's Pluton, but I didn't really think
I
about
don't
that.
think so. Sunny doesn't have that much destructive power. Like it's strong, but it's not like
Yeah, I mean, it's made of like one of the strongest woods in One Piece, but I don't think it's Pluton. Like
yeah. I don't think so.
I think maybe near the end
So
they
how do
might
you
be
think
able
this
to
show's
make
going
it.
to keep going? Do you think Luffy's going to face off against Big Mama before he fights what's his name? The big
Um,
dude? Or do you think it's going to be someone else that ends up fighting Big Mama and then he's going to take on the big guy? I don't know.
See, I hope that they don't
He beats
give
both of
like
them at the same time.
Kid. I hope they don't give Kid like Big Mom, and Kid beats Big Mom somehow, because Kid's supposed to be like the rival of Luffy, but
Oh yeah.
he's already set
This
up
kid,
so
but the one that's
much with
most
Big
dangerous
Mom
is
and already
Blackbeard.
said that he was gonna kick Big Mom's butt and stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Kid was mentioned as the other rookie coming up that had a bigger bounty and was more ruthless and stuff than
Mm.
Luffy. And
Who do you think they were crying about? Remember that one day, like they had like one episode where they were talking about like the King Summit, and then all of a sudden something was shown on the news, and everybody was crying, like all over the world, they were crying. Remember that? They all got the
oh yeah,
papers,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
said something happened during the,
Yeah, I'm not
and
a
but they didn't say
hundred
what it
percent
was.
sure, but we remember that.
I know the
Uh,
brother and somebody else snuck into the
yeah, they
island,
snuck
so I'm
into,
wondering,
so they
did they
might have
assassinate
attacked.
somebody or
Yeah, I was wondering if they might have killed someone or they might have got caught or something, but part of me
killed?
doesn't think they got caught. They'd have
Hmm.
to do something pretty big for something
Because like
like
all
him
those
getting
people were like
hurt.
crying, and they even had like the rebels like freaking out and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Plus, I wonder who's sitting on the throne.
There's
You remember that one
also
episode
other
where like
things.
nobody's supposed to sit on the throne of the world?
Yeah,
Like it's supposed to be empty, and they go down there one time, and like there's like a dark shadow sitting there on the throne.
I think that was the dude that I forget what they mentioned that guy's name as, but I think I showed it back here. This person, I forget what his name is, but because I think they mentioned like a name for him, but I don't think it's like his real name.
Hmm. So I wonder what it's gonna be. Man,
But
there's so much things I want to know about this. Like I want to see him
they,
fight. Like, come on, Luffy,
they
let's see you go
created
overpowered. Let's see you fucking take on the both emperors of the sea and win.
it,
Dude,
Kaido
his
is
bounty's
scary
gonna go.
though. Kaido is scary.
Kaido's
Like
pretty tough, but I think he's gonna
he
beat
like
him.
one shot Luffy first.
He almost died. They almost had him dead if that wasn't stupid freaking old lady who distracted him for that 1 second. When he had him, freaking had him
Oh
dead to rights.
yeah.
And
Well,
Kaido's
I
like,
don't
"Oh, I
know.
murdered her."
The
Remember
thing
that?
is,
Kaido's like,
Kaido
"I
wants
killed
like
her."
this epic battle because he wants to die. He like it's his like whole goal is a death like Whitebeard's, a death
Yeah,
that
but he
will
can't
forever
die.
be
That's
remembered.
like
Like
he tries to like, no, he just wants to
Whitebeard's,
die. That's why he threw
I
himself
don't
from
think
Sky
Kaido.
Island.
I don't think Kaido's gonna die in the show. Like a lot of people are saying that Luffy's gonna kill him. I don't think so because I think that would give Kaido like what he wants,
I don't
and
know.
I feel like
Kaido's in the way. I don't. If he doesn't kill him, it's going to be 8 or what's his name that kills him, Kid.
I don't
So
know.
I'm just wondering who's going to finally beat him. It's got you got to beat him because it has to. He's going to have to be beaten because you get the islands freed from Kaido. Luffy's going to take the islands. He's going to take. He's going to become the next. The pretty much not the ruler over, but he's going to become like the pirate who protects. Like he does the underwater kingdom. He put them under his protection.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing him get power ups and stuff, so he's gonna. I think he's gonna get. He might get 5th gear now, but I'm not sure.
I think he's going to unleash that thing that how like all
Awaken
them
his
like in
devil
Roger
fruit.
and those guys were turning everything to red and like
Oh,
beating everything down with these like
yeah,
massive. I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to figure out how to do that, and it's going to be like freaking way strong, and he's going to just blast him.
yeah.
The Wookiee lives matter, dude. You don't have to put the Myriasphere or you just call him Myriasphere or Origins or just Daniel. Because I am Daniel, the host of the Myriasphere Origin.
Let me see if I can. Yeah. But oh man,
Yeah, dude, One Piece is one of my favorites. I've been loving this show ever.
One Piece is my number one.
Plus, if you're like bored and you're looking for something to watch, there's like over 1,000 episodes now that go with this show.
1,000 episodes, and it's 1,000 episodes of amazing.
I know, like there's some
God tier
parts in
shit.
there I'm just like, okay, come on. But
Oh,
most of the
yeah.
episodes are pretty good. There's some
I mean,
filler every
there's
once in a
some
while.
and there's some slow parts. Like I think there's a couple combat scenes that I'm like, holy crap, this is slow. But I've seen that in like so many anime, and I can't like really put it down for it being this long.
I'll call you balls instead, Wookie. All right, whatever, man. Yeah, dude, I love One Piece. So if they make it good, hey, you know what? Good for them. But I don't know, man. Netflix, they just allowed that freaking nightmare, freaking He-Man to be allowed out. So that was, or Tila Man.
I'm not sure if
He-Man.
I saw a thing that was talking about maybe a leaked. We weren't sure if it was fan made, and then it was said it was a leak or not, but it was saying that there was.
Hasn't been announced yet.
It was. No, it's been announced by Oda himself. That's how we first found out about it. But it was the script was leaked. I'm not sure if it's the actual script or not. But if it is, there's not very many complaints I have about it. There'd be like a
follow the show pretty
few.
much, or
Like, I think they're making Luffy out to be a little bit nicer of a guy than he really is. But
he's
besides,
a nice guy, but he's also like a serious, like in certain situations. It
but
matters like he's a goofy, nice guy until like something happens and you piss him off. And then
but he's also not like a freaking just a nice dude. He's a pirate, so he's like, yeah, kind of a.
But he's not like a pirate, like
kind of a dick.
he's
But
not like
I'm
robbing
not like,
people.
yeah.
He's like Roger in a lot of ways because Roger was, if you remember that episode where like one dude is stealing from people, they're like, you can't steal from normal people. They find out they're not normal people, and they're like, oh, they're not normal people, they're hoodlums.
Well, then let's rob him. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, lives matter. Crazy dude. Teabagging the master bro. Slayaverse thing.
But yeah, it's insane.
My Hero Academia was getting pretty good too. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, My Hero Academia. I haven't seen the latest season, but so
You should. It's getting
far
pretty good. Like it's really good.
it
Yeah,
did
I'm just like,
it did
please.
seem pretty high up there. I've seen some stuff though that's like really weird from that community, but
Wasn't the old
how
He-Man gay
so?
enough? The old He-Man was pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, if you guys saw my review, you know, I saw the. I didn't watch the 1981 until later on. I watched the 2002 as the first one. I was the first. Yeah, it was the first one I was ever introduced into. But man, I loved He-Man. I thought it was the coolest show, one of the coolest shows. And you know, I just the biggest problem. I didn't even have that big of a deal like him killing off He-Man. Like if they did it in a right way, they could have done it where like he died, you know, sacrificing himself for everyone, and then Tila not becoming a complete selfish bitch. That's all they had to do, but they made her into a complete selfish bitch, and for no reason really. It was like, oh, they lied to me. They didn't tell me who He-Man really was, even though he looks exactly like Adam, just bigger. It just like everybody else knew it. Even the queen knew it. The only one that didn't know was the king and her. And like the king, pretty much in the show. I know you haven't seen it, but pretty much in the show, um, I enjoyed it. We were children. Even tried to rewatch the old Thundercats. Not as quite as cool as I remember. Yeah, I watched the old one, and I watched the other one that was the other Thundercats. It's on Hulu. I watched both of those. It's pretty good. I enjoyed them. I like the Thundercats. I think the Thundercats is nowhere near as cool as He-Man, because at least He-Man was like, I'm powered up, and
I
Thundercats are
mean,
like, I could see really far.
that's pretty much every show though. When you look back at it, you watch it again, you're like, these first few episodes were not that great.
Except for Dragon Ball. If you go back and watch Dragon Ball,
Yeah,
you laugh
Dragon Ball
so hard.
was really good actually, but like I went back,
So when I watched all Dragon Ball Z again, I was just
watched
like, yeah, there's a lot of filler.
yeah, there is a lot of filler.
There's like 3 or 4 episodes where it's like fucking action packed, throw down fights. The only problem I had with Dragon Ball Z is they would have like these throw down fights, but they're like after like a couple minutes of them throwing down, they go back to like some side thing that you don't care about, and they start talking about these other characters somewhere else, and you're like, go back to the fight. Go back to the fucking fight. You can't stand Dragon Ball.
an
I like
entire
Dragon Ball.
season for one
That
fight.
one was kind of hard to swallow. What was it? Dragon Ball GT. That one kind of was like, okay. That's why they got rid of it. They had Super. Super was okay. I like the original Dragon Ball. That was my favorite when Goku's a kid and his little adventures are hilarious. Especially when like if you get the unrated version and they got like Goku walking around his freaking pee showing to Bulma. He like walks out, he's like fully naked, and Bulma's standing there like, oh my god. He's like, and he like literally like touches her part, her pussy. He's like, why don't you have balls? And she's like, and what are these big fluffy things? I was like, oh my god.
That show was pretty fucking funny. But
it's like, Goku, you're squeezing a girl you're not gonna marry. That's the genius lady.
I could just
Bleach is real good. I do like Bleach. Bleach was really good.
Yeah, I watched Bleach.
I finally got to finish it too. I was so happy.
It had one of the better intros out of the 3, in my opinion. Even One Piece, like Bleach, was very good to start out with. It hit good, and it went off with like a sprint.
Yeah, I finally got to finish the show.
Then it started stumbling through all of the filler. And by the end, it felt like a chore, but it was still. The
only problem I had was every time I would turn on like the TV and try to find it like on TV, they kept going back. Like it would come to like a certain season and it would end, and you were about to go fight the what's his name at the end.
Eisen.
The one, huh?
Eisen.
Yeah, him. And it wouldn't do it. Like it kept going back. and it would go back to the front of that season, and I kept watching that season over and over. Like, come on, I want to see him fight Aizen. And it would do it. And finally, it came. I finally found it on the website. I finally watched it and finally saw it again. I was like, oh, thank God, it's on. I found it. It's annoying. I was like,
There's like
come on, dude, stop resetting the season. Finish it. Damn it.
I think there's only one season after that, and I don't think they're doing the ending of the like what where the manga is now. Which I'm not.
Yeah.
I've only
I
heard
think
about it, but I don't know that much.
right now,
Only,
I used to have a bunch of manga, but when I was in the military, I collected a bunch of stuff. I don't know what happened to it all.
yeah, for me,
But
I've been reading One Piece's manga mainly is the one that I'm caught up on, and
is it far? How far? Much further is it in the show?
it's what's the last episode end at?
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's a good show. That's a classic. That's one. That's
Oh
like
yeah,
Rurouni Kenshin and stuff like that. Right? I love fucking Rurouni Kenshin.
yeah. That actually, the live action Rurouni Kenshin was not too bad in my opinion. I
Was
thought it
it? I
was
haven't
gonna
seen it
be
because I was like, I don't
I
know.
thought
I
it was
saw
gonna
it on
be
Netflix.
100 times
Mm.
worse. I was like, oh god, how are they gonna do this? And I was like, okay, he's not as strong as he would be from the anime, but they still did it pretty decently. It wasn't like terrible. They're a
Not as
lot
terrible as like the
worse.
Dragon Ball Z live action. That was fucking horrible.
Oh,
God,
god.
it looked so bad.
I feel bad for
You ever
that
see that
one.
one
It's just
Asian
like,
movie like
oh
Super
no.
Soccer or something like that? It was like Super Soccer or something like that. It was like an Asian soccer thing, but it was like Dragon Ball where they had like powers and they were like kicking the ball like they were like Super Saiyans. And it was like it was so bad. It was like no.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that one. That's
It was so bad. God, they just sometimes those Asian ones when they do live actions do not because they have like the live action Bleach, and I was like, no,
I did
no.
watch
I like
it.
looked at the trailer, and they have like one of
Yeah.
the monsters shows up. No, like killed his mom,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it looked horrible. Like didn't look anything like the actual anime one. I was like, no. And he looked ridiculous because it was like a live dude trying to carry like his big ass sword. And I was just like, dude,
That's what I remember that because it was like he had the fucking wig on or whatever, and he had the giant sword, and I was like, oh god, no.
like it's fine in the anime, but in real life, you know, I have
It
Final Fantasy.
looks.
I have Cloud Sword for Final Fantasy 7.
I ain't
That thing
walking
is
around with
heavy as
that thing.
shit. Like I could pick it like the handle itself is like literally as big as my like two hands put together. And it's fucking massive. And I'm like holding it like this. And I'd be like, if I try to swing this thing, I don't even have to swing it. I just let it go. Like I pick it up straight in the air, like above you, and I just drop it.
It's like the one thing to me that's like freaky about One Piece because it's like if it's successful for its first season, okay, and we're looking at like long term, right? Some people are like,
Right.
oh,
That worked. Let's
these
do this one and
characters
this
are,
one.
but I'm like sitting there like, okay, who would ever play Whitebeard?
They
This
could get a good
giant
white
dude that
beard. I don't
like
know. You
that
had to
like
make him like
hangs over the world and is
there's a
like
couple that I would have said though, but
insane.
I think he died this year. Sean Connery would have been a great white beard. I think he's dead. I
Whitebeard
think he
play.
died. Dude, Sean Connery would make a great white beard in that show. Just like
Thanks.
enlarge him on screen, make him look like massive. But he would make a great white beard. He'd be like, but oh man. Fortunately, Blackbeard killed
Man,
him and took his powers.
but dude, like even after like all of the fighting and getting punched through from the magma guy is like, holy crap,
Oh yeah. I think
this dude's
Blackbeard's
just
gonna be the
tanking
worst enemy.
everything and just
I think that's what's gonna happen in the end. Is gonna be Luffy versus Blackbeard.
yeah, I think so
I think
too.
Blackbeard's gonna be his final Because Blackbeard is somehow getting more and more powerful by somehow stealing other people's powers. So he's got multiple, he's got multiple powers. And that's not supposed. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Somehow he's.
Yeah.
Because what is his power? Like black hole.
There's a few theories on
And
it, but I don't know. Like
he's got,
it's hard to say, but
it's either his power, his first true power is allowing him to absorb other powers.
From a few things that we know from how Oda writes and stuff. Let me see.
It would be funny. Here's my theory in the last island. It's not even going to be a big island. It's going to be a tiny little island. Think like, Dragon Ball Z Master Roshi's island. It's going to be this small little island with one little cottage on it, and it's going to be Joy Boy sitting on like a big long chair with like a drink in his hand. He'd be like, "Hey, welcome to my island, everyone." Or it's a turtle, like a massive island turtle that floats around. He's sitting on the back like, "Hey." That's why they were laughing so hard. They're like, "Oh shit."
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like a playoff joke.
It would be pretty funny though. Like they finally get them to like the One Piece, and Joy Boy's like, "Oh." Like, wait, what? One Piece is actually the adventure of your discovering all of every. Because that's the only reason he became king of the pirates, though, isn't because he amassed a bunch of treasures. Because he traveled the entire planet.
But past that, like that's why most people look at it as it's probably going to be like him toppling the world government and bringing a new dawn, and the One
Well, I think
Piece
that's going to
being,
happen.
the
I think that'll be
history
happening before he does the One Piece.
And
I think what's going to happen, he's going to find out the last key to the One Piece is going to be on that, in the governmental thing, and he's going to go there to take it.
But
that or Blackbeard topples the world government. I think Blackbeard might topple the world government.
The main theory on Blackbeard, though, is that he might have another devil fruit, or there might be something with Blackbeard that makes him where he can have multiple devil fruits, because
I think it might be
pull up his flag because it has the 3 skulls. That's why I pulled this up.
Yeah.
That him, and his 2 devil fruits.
It's 3 personalities.
Yeah, like people are thinking it's multiple personalities. That's why, like, he does stupid shit at times, and then he does like
really funny shit. He's like really relaxed, and then sometimes he's just freaking evil.
Yeah, he's like evil. He's smart, but he's stupid as all get out. Because there's scenes where he's like, he goes into Impel Down, shows up, and is like, "Yo, I'm just gonna face tank this poison blast and almost kill myself." And then it's like,
Netflix is doing a live land. They're gonna do a Pokemon, which the movie, the Detective Pikachu, wasn't too bad. So I don't know how they're gonna do like a series. If they're gonna do a series Pokemon show or what, I don't know. Live action, I'm like, I just wish someone could get a hold of the Pokemon license that could do like a older Ash show. Just age Ash, for God's sake. Nobody wants to see 10-year-old Ash from there 10 years.
I think Otis said that the manga will be finished in like 5 years, but then again, he said that Wano wasn't going to be this long. So,
what, the One Piece, the show?
Or yeah, he said it would be the manga would be finished in 5 years or so.
5 years?
Or
Jesus Christ,
I think that was said. I think that was said like a year ago. But you got to think that it's like
we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, chapters released like once a week to once every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and you still got like lots of stuff to finish.
He's still got to do this. He's still got to somehow. He's got his rivalry with what's his name, the red hair. He's gonna have to do something with the redhead.
Most people
You
think
got the
that
world
is
government.
what is that island gonna be? The Giants Island. I forget what they called it. I'm so bad with names.
But I'm waiting for him to meet together again, like because they kind of met already, but Luffy was freaking burned really bad and was unconscious. And so I'm excited. I'm waiting for him and Redhead to finally come together. And I think what's going to happen is Redhead's going to join Luffy, like not join him, but like become part of like his fleet.
Elbath. Elbath is supposed to be. We're not sure too much about it. We've seen a backstory from Big Mama, and then we first found out about it during the Little Garden Island. I'm pretty
You
sure
think he'll
that's the
fight Big
first.
Mama this time, or do you think he's going to just fight what's his name, and then Big Mama will like wake up and like realize Luffy's gone again?
Um,
She'll just like just miss him. Like something will happen
where
where
did
she'll be
what
off doing
what
something, and then she will like
what episode did
because they're
One
supposed to join
Piece come
forces right
out?
now. Like Big Mama's
Yeah,
and
yeah,
him are joining
yeah.
forces. So I
Because
don't know.
they did the whole drink and stuff, and uh, the whole world government starting to figure out about it and stuff.
Yeah, they want to stop it.
If you're caught up with the show, didn't you see the like ocean battle and stuff? Did they
Which
make it to the
one?
island? The
Who?
one piece, like, did you? I don't know where. I don't know what.
Well, I know they were like turning to go. They were about to send out some people to go fight it, but they were also going after like all the emperors of the sea. Well, not the emperor. What are the ones? The ones that they were using. Yeah, the emperors, because the other ones are what are the other ones? You got the emperors of the sea, and then you got the
I think I stopped here at the moment. I think this is the last episode I
Oh
watched.
yeah, I'm all
I'm
the way
caught up on
down.
one. That's why
Yeah,
I
I
don't
finished.
know exactly where the anime stopped. I know they were battling like the ships and destroying them and fighting
Yeah.
each other over like the ship, but I don't know exactly where it ended.
Yeah, if you catch up, they just enter the island pretty much, and Luffy's like
Uh,
walked inside like they're all partying and they don't know they're there, and Luffy walks like right
uh,
to the front door, and nobody
yeah,
recognizes him.
man,
I think the next episode's gonna be
great.
Luffy's gonna lose his mind and he's gonna go like battling everybody right in the front door because they're using Luffy and a kid as distraction. Well, a bunch of the others like go around and sneak in. So Luffy and
It's
his crew are gonna like take on the front.
crazy. It's it's crazy from manga part. Like I keep like, and I'll say that honestly, I'm thinking the anime is like insanely going into so much well thought out, like graphic wise, and into even pulling ahead of a lot of what the manga is doing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which a lot of people used to say the manga was better, but I think the anime is starting to get
I like him. I
better.
fucking love the anime. This is my favorite anime right now. Every week I'm checking like new episode, new episode, new episode. No, not yet. Okay, come
What
on.
is the? I forget what the.
Yeah, I didn't watch it for like a long time, like a couple months, and I was like, it gotta have caught up by now. They're gonna be doing the battle.
I have to like look this up almost every time because I forget what the
Mm,
actual thing is. Let me see if I can find. Um,
Yeah, I've been really enjoying this anime. That one, My Hero Ekino, I like that one. There's a couple other ones I've been kind of watching here and there. I just finished one on Hulu that was something Raven. I can't remember what it was called. Something Raven. It was actually pretty good. And there's a couple I really enjoy over here and there. I like the Food Wars one. I gotta get caught up with that one too. Been a while since I watched one of the episodes. The Food Wars I gotta watch out when I watch that one because that show makes me so damn hungry.
that's a weird show.
It's so weird, but it's so good because it's like really cool how they go
Like
in like the
what
history of food
the
and stuff. But by the time I'm done, I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. Now I'll be like looking at food, trying to like, if I put that and that together, will it be tasty? Makes you want to eat like crazy foods, and it's like, ugh, I'm hungry now.
seriously very weird though. I was like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
when I was still working at my security job, I would be sitting there because I got hot pockets a lot, and I was watching that show, and they were like talking about like how some of these really
Okay,
fast heated foods or
TCB scans is one of the sites.
where you're reading. This is how you read it. Just go buy the manga books.
I don't have the money to buy the manga books. These are the best parts. Like they do, like Oda will do like actual full on
Yeah, he just joined a crew
storytelling,
now. He's part of the
and
crew now.
it's insanely good how much detail goes into like every panel.
Yeah, these are like comic
I'm
books.
like,
Yeah,
holy crap, the amount of drawing he does. And then I just love these like front page pieces, these stories that he'll do. Like this one was offered by a fan, and he's just like, well, they asked me to do them as kids, but he didn't do them as kids, but he still put a bunch of
kid
toy
stuff around them.
dinosaurs around him. And the requester asked for kid versions of both characters, but Oda decided to draw them as adults. And it's
Well, they
like,
act like kids. They look like adults, but they act like children in the show. Those two.
yeah, and it's just crazy. It's like, whoa. But the amount of like effort he puts in is crazy well. And Kaido is a beast. Like
Yeah.
they show off quite a few different characters, and I cannot wait for a certain scene to be animated, and it is going to be awesome to see. But
Mm.
I'm not sure how this is going to go so far. It could go amazing. It could go like to me. Some people think the raid might fail. Some people think that
It
Luffy's
all
going to
matters
figure
what the
out
CGI
something
looks like.
new.
That's the main part of the show. It's gonna be how the CGI
Yeah.
does it look good? Does it look really fake? Does it look really cringy? How the other characters gonna be? How far are they going?
I think it's
Like, are they
crazy
just
that
doing
they
it like
made a
right at the
full
beginning?
boat.
That's awesome. I
I mean,
want
I'm
that in my
like,
backyard.
I know it's a full boat. It's amazing, but like, how are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna do the scene where the boat gets cut in half from like Hawkeye? And
Oh, he didn't cut their boat in half, did he?
no, he didn't cut their boat in half, but he cut the
Oh, I wonder. Yeah,
John
that one
Creed's
cat.
boat.
Yeah, yeah, that might be John Creed's ship behind it.
Yeah, like the whole destroyed ship. It
Yeah,
might
that
be.
might be. Yeah, they might do a whole Grog Creek. Yeah. Okay, so they're not. They probably won't go as far as Chopper then, because
No,
they
they're
got a
gonna
long time
do
till you get
they're
Chopper.
gonna
Yeah.
do East Blue, so it's gonna be up until Nami's backstory and
Yeah.
Luffy fighting them. But I
Shark
think
dude.
that seems like so much in 10 episodes. I'm guessing an hour long, right? Because that's a
Well,
normal
that's like how
show.
long the episode is, because they've been doing like these 5 episode seasons on Netflix, 20-minute
They
long.
could cut out a few.
Live, they may do
Yeah,
30, 50
they'll
minutes. It matters.
probably do an hour, I'm guessing. Because if they do 30 minutes and they try to go all the way that far in 10 episodes, no way.
Well, hey, they did The Witcher pretty good. So if they do it really well, it could be great. I don't know. I just have to find out.
Yeah.
Although I am worried about the second season of Witcher. It sounds like Henry Cavill is taking a really back seat to Siri. He's gonna be like really focused on Siri this next season. So I'm like, ugh.
I mean, Ciri's a pretty big character, but
Oh yeah, but it's still, this is called The Witcher, not
yeah.
Siri. I just want. I wish this first season had a lot more
Players are a lot too,
monsters.
though.
Like they had some monsters, but I wanted a lot more. Like this is The Witcher. Like he's a monster hunter. They needed like every episode have like some big fucking monster he's gonna fight.
But I don't know. All I hope is that if it's good, you pretty much have to have someone that would be like, oh yeah, that's Luffy. That is
Oh
100%
yeah,
Luffy. And then you have to have that with Zoro as well.
Zoro
But,
is gonna be an interesting character. And I
yeah.
love Zoro.
But
I think
hey,
Zoro is gonna be one. Hey, what if Zoro's the one that takes on
even if it's
what's his name?
trash, we get to see someone try to uh realistically make it look good to fight with a sword in his mouth.
Yeah, that one will be a little difficult.
Yeah,
He may only have 2 swords. He might just do a 2 sword thing.
oh, there's no way. There's no way he's gonna do two swords. That'd be really weird.
Unless they just CGI him completely during the fight scenes. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but yeah. No, what if it's like Luffy faces Big Mama and Zoro takes on freaking the dragon
Kaido.
dude? Yeah, because he was
Well,
almost beaten once by a swordsman. So I wonder if like he can cut him down. Because Zoro can cut like fucking islands.
yeah,
He's pretty
Zoro
badass.
cut
So and now
Zoro without even
he's got
showing
the
off.
sword.
Cut Pika in half, and that person was like a giant mountain, fully armored,
Oh yeah.
full
But I'm
armor
wondering because
body.
he's got that dude's sword now, doesn't he? They gave him
Yeah, they gave
like one of
him.
the cursed blades that was from what's his name?
Well,
Uh
it's not
the samurai
necessarily a
guy.
cursed
Because he
blade.
had 2 swords. They were both were cursed, but he was like the only one who could wield them. And now
It's
Zoro has one of them.
it's imbued with hockey. It's forever turned like
Black,
black.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Hawkeye did to his sword.
Yeah, but it's also cursed because that's why it kind of does its own thing. And he's like, I gotta break it. There's a lot of episodes he's like, I'll be right back. I gotta go work on his sword. It's being naughty.
Yeah, well, because it has kind of it takes
Kind of,
after
it's a
its
curse. It's a cursed sword, so
whoever
it
because
has its own will,
the whole
and
thing
he's
is
got to
like
break it to his will.
the whole hockey thing is it's hockey is the will of the wielder. So if you forever put your will
Like
into
energy. It's like
something,
chi. Yeah, it's like a chi thing where they put their own chi
yeah,
into something.
yeah. So it's like he's wielding someone else's
It's
versus
chi, yeah.
like willpower in his sword. So it's like somewhat going to.
Yeah, he was fighting one episode, almost cut one of his friends, and he's like, "Sorry about that. This thing's a naughty sword." He's like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah.
So I think it was Sanji. He almost cut Sanji, and Sanji's like, "What the hell?" Sorry. Sword's a naughty sword. I was like, "Meh." Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait because I think Sanji. I think not Sanji, but
I,
I think he could take him on. I think
I also think
because I
Sanji
think
needs.
Luffy's powerful, but I think Sanji's strong, but I think Zoro's like on the equal or even stronger than Luffy
Yeah,
because
we need another like god tier fucking Sanji moment though, like he
Sanji's got
used to
that
have.
new suit. Yeah, he's got that new suit of his that really helps him out. His family
Well,
suit.
the problem I have with that is that like people can like see like using hockey, people could see. That's why you have that blind admiral can like completely tell where you're at, and he'd even sense Luffy as real threat because he thought, oh, this is like some kind dude. He could like sense his hockey and tell like his intentions and stuff. Uh, but so, and he can like completely see through hockey itself, almost kind of like how Luffy sees the future uh, in hockey for I think that they said a few seconds or something like that ahead, which just makes me go, holy crap, fucking Kaido must be insanely strong. He one shots Luffy, and Luffy can see in the future. And he just bats him away like he's nothing the first time you see him. And it's like, wait a minute, did he just blitz Luffy? And Luffy just went, oh, yeah, this is not going to be good. But like, and then Luffy was a prisoner for a while, so I don't know. So far, though, Kaido is insanely strong compared to like almost everyone else we've seen. Even compared to Big Mama, he's kind of insane. Though Big Mama has some. Off Wi-Fi keeps on. Oh, well, uh, Daniel disconnected, but he should be back soon. Guess I will pull up the stream just in case I see some comments. I need to rewatch Cowboy. It's been so long since I've seen Cowboy Bebop. It's been years. I watched that show in like forever. But that was an amazing show that I remember. I remember rating that show high. Um, um, I really wish Bleach didn't have as much filler. That show would be way higher on my list if it didn't have as much filler. I had to skip through so much filler last time I watched it. And I watched it recently because I was wanting to. I watched it recently. I watched Naruto before it again. And I would say Naruto is probably the um, craziest show to try to get into compared to the three. It it was definitely a weird one. In the very beginning, Naruto turns very good, Bleach is really good, and One Piece is really fucking good. But seen a lot of these. See if I can. Dr. Stone was a really solid show. It's to me, its second season seemed a little bit sped up, but its first season was insanely well done. And then see, I wonder if there's another. They haven't said anything about cast yet on One Piece. Naruto's ridiculous.
I'm back.
Yash, yeah.
What the hell happened? That's weird. The internet was
Yash.
over.
Yeah.
Black. I was like, what the heck? Like the whole the whole service would like the whole thing, like the power and everything was out over there. I was like, what the hell?
I rewatched part of Inuyasha not too long ago, and that seemed really, really different than what I remember it as a kid.
Like Kagome to die.
I was
they have
like,
a new one out now. They have like where it's his daughter or something.
Yeah, like I think I went back to like try to watch it so that I could watch that one. I think that was like the reason, and then I was like,
Trigun's good,
whoa.
yeah.
Dude, Trigun was awesome.
That one, what was the one I watched not too long ago? It was really good. It was like a space pirate one. Shooting or TriStar or something like that.
Oh, I was like,
I'll have to look it up again. Yeah, it's like I can't remember what it was called. I'll have to look it up again.
I think I know what you're talking about.
He's got like red hair.
I don't think I've actually watched that one, but I've heard stuff.
That was a really good one.
Pull up like
I was looking for animes that had like the main character's a bard. I couldn't find any. Because I was like looking for like bard type style, like see if like the main character's like a roguish bard. He's always the side character or like not really there. Like Sergeant Frog. I don't think I've seen that one.
Full Metal Alchemist, that's really good.
The only problem I have with Full Metal Alchemist is like it was really good, and then they had like Full Alchemist Brotherhood, which was like the same thing but different, and it just got really complicated and weird.
Well, in my opinion, Brotherhood was better of the two, but
they kept like it was like the same thing, but then they like changed some stuff. Radiance was good. That one's
yeah. Well, I mean, that was the same type of thing they did with like Hunter x Hunter. I think it was like they started differing off of the manga, and then they're like, "Oh, let's redo this," or they just redid it for better, visual.
I like X Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
Are they still making that stuff?
2011.
No, it's already over all the way.
The person said that he's going on hiatus, but it's been so long. So I don't know. I don't think there was really I can't think of much filler. I don't know. I can't remember really any filler with Hunter x Hunter. I wonder what its filler rating is.
Last episode I was watching in X Hunter was like the bug people. Like the super powerful bug creatures. and then that was the last thing I saw. And, oh no, it was past that because then he went to the one dude's house, the assassin's house. He was going to his home.
Filler episodes. They have 3 total, 1 mixed canon.
Overlord, that's a good one. If you've ever seen Overlord, that's a freaking awesome one.
Yeah, Overlord.
And if you want to watch something a little bit naughty, High School DxD is pretty good.
I heard that most people watch it for the boobs and then stay for the
Oh god, yeah.
the
It's a
content.
good story though. Like the whole
Yeah,
story is fucking great. But yeah,
like I started watching for the boobs, but then I stayed for the story because it's not bad.
and the story's great. But yeah, there's a lot
I
of
was
boobs in it.
like, okay.
Very perverted. Like the main character is like super perverted.
I was like,
But the show is like super awesome.
I think I've seen like a episode. Doesn't he have like a gauntlet?
Yeah, well, yeah. At first he does, yeah, and then it goes into like a farmer's
I
suit
think I've
later
seen
on.
like a episode. I don't even think it was the first episode, but I was like,
Fairy Tale, that's a good one. Fairy Tale's fucking awesome.
Fairy Tale is very much
That's over. They
power of
finished that one.
friendship.
Huh?
Fairy Tale is, oh, this person we can't beat. Power of friendship.
I really like Fairy Tale.
A good movie bounce is an art form. Yes, it is.
I'm looking it up. I'm trying to find it. Where's that anime? Where is it? Yu Yu Hakusho. That was a good anime.
Yeah, Yu Hakusho was amazing.
Yeah, Wise Man Grandchild. I actually
wish-
like that one too. That's a newer one though.
I feel like they could
Heat
have
was pretty
done
good.
a little bit more for the ending of Yu Yu Hakusho, but I think like part of me thinks the maybe the author didn't want to like
One
really
Punch Man, dude. I love fucking One Punch Man. Fucking love One Punch Man. It's so hilarious. He's just like he hits something and it's like completely destroyed. He's like, oh.
The only
Darn it.
problem I have with Hunter x Hunter is I hear like his stops right before like the best
Outlaw Star. That was what it was called. Outlaw Star. Found it.
outlaw
Yeah.
star.
Yeah. I found it finally.
Oh, great teacher Onizuka.
Yeah.
That was amazingly well done. I was like, holy crap.
Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, Vampire Hunter D was pretty good too. And he's a good booby bounce art form. Big O, I like that one. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of, boobies in your anime.
Heck yeah, Code Gas. There's so many amazing freaking.
Dude, that Overlord was great though. You finished that one yet? You gotta watch Overlord.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking hilarious.
I've seen all of Overlord, and I love that like
Golden Boy. I'll have to watch it.
they have like huge.
It's right there, yeah, right there in the corner. Like he's an undead dude. Fucking great.
They have huge Wikipedia for like his spells and stuff. He has like 700 or 800 spells.
Yeah.
It's like holy crap.
Golden Boy. Totally worth it. Okay.
Put so much stuff in.
I know Overlord was great. I think it was just funny like how he acted. Like he's like this undead dude. He's just like that one chick's like all over him. He's like, oh yeah, what do I do? It's like, you even have a penis? You're dead. You're an undead skeleton. I don't think you can
I'm gonna like log into my anime list and like full on put down like everything I've actually watched. It's been so long for a lot of stuff that I'm like, man, I need to rewatch like Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop is an older show, but yeah,
I haven't watched that in so long. Like,
they're making a live action about
being
it.
amazing. Oh goodness.
Yeah, they're bringing in a live action Cowboy Bebop.
And it's not even that long, isn't it? I swear it was only like 30 episodes, 20 something episodes.
Oh yeah, no, those shows don't have like Death Note was a masterpiece. Yeah, I haven't really got into Death Note yet. Everybody tells me how great it is.
Death Note was pretty good, but like
You write down a notebook and somebody dies.
No, it
Like,
wasn't really that. It was more of like the mouse, and it was like the whole chase aspect of Death Note that really made it pretty
uh,
good. But
Radiant's pretty good. That one right there is popping up and you're seeing that was pretty good.
oh, are they popping up on the sides?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the Crunchyroll ads.
yeah. I like Radiant though. That was a good one.
One Punch Man, that one's pretty
Should
good.
catch up with that one.
Mob Psycho, made from the same person, I'm pretty sure that wrote it. So both of those are really good. Um,
I gotta finish that one slime one. I gotta get caught up with the second season of that one. I was
Slime
reincarnated as a slime. That was hilarious.
that was funny as all get out. Um,
The God High Schooler. That's actually not too bad either. I was watching that one not long ago. I watched a ton of these.
I think Steins Gate's one of the only shows that haven't like really fully watched and gotten through. That I know people
Who
that are
starts the
like,
entire
"It's
thing because he
so
was
good."
bored. Too cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get into Death Note. I was watching for a long time. I got into this other one that the giants like they eat people. And the one guy becomes
Attack on
one.
Titan.
Yeah, I was watching that one for a while. I got
Attack
pretty
on
far into
Titan's
like the
pretty good.
second season, I think, second or third season. And Flux was yeah, that one was. I saw the live. I saw that one. That was a horrible movie. Yeah, or Aeon, Flux. I'll have to look at that. What that was.
Yu Yu Hakusho, we talked about that one. ReZero is pretty decent. I'd rate it pretty freaking good, but it's not my favorite in any sense.
Yeah, that movie was that the one with the weird like guy eats dirt. I can't remember. There's one that's like someone. I think it was like
ReZero
one of the
was
guys.
like he would die and then it would like reverse time to a certain moment.
Oh, that was the
And
Aeon Flux.
that was ReZero. So
Oh, I tried that one. I didn't like that one. Like I liked the first season, then it did like the weird, and it got weirder and
yeah,
weird. I was like, oh, okay, I can't do
I don't
this.
know. I felt like it went from the first season of him just being like a nice dude to like it felt like he was just evolving into more of a simp, but
You just kept dying
he's
over
just
and over and over, all
crazy.
kinds of stupid reasons. Like he'd be like, okay, I'm
Like,
gonna try this. Oh,
okay,
I'm dead. I'll try it again. Oh, I'm dead. I'm trying again. I'm like, gee, I don't know which one it was. It's like it's finally, he finally gets the one done where he finally gets the person alive, and then it turned into like, then he walked into like a place and gets killed. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he goes back to the place and gets killed again. It turns out like the whole like this like barn full of murderers or something like that. And then he's got to figure out how to save someone in there, and he gets getting killed. I'm like, I can't do this because he's like in this one world, and then he's in a
his
different
power
world,
is like
and
being
he's
able
like,
to
I'm gonna go to
like
a
redo,
world. Just, I don't know.
and at first I was like, oh okay, but even if I had the power to like reverse time, I'd be like, I ain't fucking dying.
And he's like dying constantly. Like
Like
that's gonna
screw this.
suck.
Yeah, like this is
Like he
gonna
tries
like
like different things to keep himself
fuck
alive,
up
and he
my
just keeps
mind.
dying over and over and over. Like they had one where like I
And
think
then
it's
if
like
he
the
tries
second
to
world he
tell
goes
anyone
to.
about it, he dies. So that it backs up, or they die, something like that. So he's like, damn it.
Really, I don't know. There's this one that was weird because he like got to another world, and it's like he opens this shack or goes into this place, and like this chick is like in there, and she's like a psychopath, and she keeps murdering him over and over and over and over again in different
Yeah,
ways.
Hellsing Ultimate.
And I was just like, I cannot do this.
Have you seen Hellsing Ultimate?
Oh yeah, Hellsing is great.
Oh yeah, That one, Devil May Cry anime. That one was
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. Uh, Man, I remember seeing this thing that was like, oh, I think it was only done a little while ago, where I think it might have been Crunchyroll or one of them put out like
Mm.
best. I think they said animation from of the decade, and they rated like Demon Slayer best animation of the decade. But like,
Yeah.
I think a
Demon
lot of
Slayer
people
was
thought
good.
they said best anime
They
of
finished
the
the whole train
decade.
thing up in the movie because I haven't seen the movie yet. And like they're on a train and then it
Yeah,
ends and I'm
they
like
do
waiting for the
the
next scene to come out, and they're like, "There's a movie," and I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh
the
crap!"
movie is continuing its canon. So uh,
I haven't seen the movie
part
yet.
of
I wonder
me,
where I can
the
find
the
it.
only
Is it on
problem I
Crunchyroll?
have is I feel like it's a little rushed because they got to do something big for
Yeah.
the movie. So I feel like because of that, the show's it just felt a little tiny bit rushed to me. It was like uh, I don't think they probably should have done this yet. I don't think they would have done this yet if it was an
Mm.
actual season, but I don't know. I didn't read the manga, so not 100% sure.
I'll have to find the movie.
But
Try to finish that.
um,
The Demon Slayer was really good.
it was
Really good.
the animation and stuff of the movie, beautiful, but I felt like it was rushed.
Mm.
And it was like, I was like, man, if maybe they did it as like a third season where they could have developed the characters a bit more, and
Mm-hmm.
it would have been way more impactful and amazing. But I don't know. That's just my thought on it.
Here, I got a thing for Hollywood. You want to make a good Pokemon movie? Deadpool Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Get what's his name to do the voice? Freaking what's his name? God, I can't think tonight. I'm drinking too much. Um, guy who does Deadpool and Deadpool.
In the movie, the guy that plays
Yeah,
Deadpool.
yeah, I can't think of it right now. My brain's completely shot.
Been up since like 6, so
I've been up since like 7, and I
why
was up
can't
till
I
like
not think?
2
Why am I so
or
bad with
3.
names? It's like the
Huh?
worst. I feel like it's the worst to be bad at names, but
I
uh,
usually know it like
what's
right
the
at the top of
worst
my
is
head,
when
but I
you
just
could
can't think of it right this second.
when you could like completely picture
Ryan
something
Reynolds.
in your head. Yeah,
There it
Ryan.
is. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. It hit me finally.
It's bad when you
Did
can
that
like completely picture
and have him
them
like
in
have
your
an
head,
actual
and you're like,
voice?
shit.
Like not like him actually speaking, but like in his have like a Pikachu movie where it's in his head. Like Pikachu's like looking at you and say Pika Pika, but like he's actually in his head going, "What the fuck, you piece of shit!" It's like Deadpool. He's got like the Deadpool costume on. Be great. Had like Ash stand there like being stupid, and he's just like Pika Pika, and he's like fucking moron. How many times have we had to go through this? Like how many gym battles do I have to battle with you before you actually fucking win something, you fucking asshole? Stop being restarting.
Let's read it
Take our
again.
Pokemon in the next fucking place. Why'd you give up Greninja, you fucking asshole? Great. I'd laugh my butt off. Oh my god. Like
Some of
Pikachu's
them,
actually an asshole the whole time, actually in his head. Like he's speaking curse words and stuff. And Ash is like, he's so cute and he's so cuttable. And he's like, why you get stuck with this fucking idiot who never fucking ages? He's like, we've been together like 10 fucking years, man. Why you stick like you're 10? And like fucking Brock will show up and Brock will be like old with like kids, and he's like, dude, you're the same age as you when we left on our first journey. Now look at him. Dude's got fucking kids and you're still 10. The most annoying thing I saw about the Pokemon, the anime, is like one of the last seasons or whatever show. He goes and visits like Brock and Misty, and they're like gym leaders, and Brock's like working on becoming a doctor, and he's like older looking, and so is Misty. And I was just still like this little 10-year-old kid going back to school, and it's like, oh my god. I was like, come on, age him in the next one. Then they made it worse. They make him look even younger, and I'm like, oh my god. now he's like this one is even worse because I hate this one. The Journeys is fucking stupid.
What should we do?
The reason Journeys is so bad.
Ash is just he's a vampire, bro.
Yeah, fucking ages. God dang it. Oh, it's so bad in the Journeys is because like he travels to all the different regions like every episode. Like one episode he'll go to like Kanto, and like another episode he's going to Johto. But like if you watch like original animes, it takes him forever to get to these different like, you know, the original animes. They'll make it like, hey, they're like not next door, but in these ones they're like, hey, a plane ticket or a boat ride for like a couple hours, and I'm there. I'm like, why do you spend like months in fucking one place if you can just fly back and forth in like less than a day? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like
fucking ridiculous. It's like it made the world look really small and him really idiotic because he fought like he's you know in the Journeys at first he seems like a badass because you know he was like the champion of this place. He knows how to do all the battles. He's really kicking ass and going up. And all of a sudden they did that stupid thing what they do with Ash in every fucking every different season or whatever where he becomes a bumbling moron and loses and loses and loses and loses, and then he gets all frustrated with himself. Like, why am I losing for the fucking ridiculous? It's like we've done this routine like 12 times. You're gonna get your confidence back, and then you'll be a badass again. Shut up and stop being an asshole. It's like, God dang it! He gets like the worst Pokemon.
They do it too.
Gets like one or two evolved. This one, he's got like a ton of like. He get like a Gengar, and like right off the bat, he got a Lucario now. I'm like, okay, you got all these badass Pokemon now. Actually, fucking win. Like you got Lucario, fucking cool. You got Gengar, fucking cool. You got Pikachu, whatever. And then I'm like, go back and get your Greninja, man. Go find that fucking. Because that dude was fucking awesome. Go get his ass again. And don't lose to a fucking Charizard. That pissed me off so bad at XYZ. When he's facing that Mega Charizard with his fucking like Ash Greninja. I'm like, one water move and he would be dead. Fucking hit him with one water move. And they like, the Charizard wins by a fire move and beats his Greninja. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was so pissed. I was like, what the fuck? I remember
when they first went to the like a new area, and I watched like one episode of it, and he's like, yeah, I got Pikachu, and he's like this badass, and
Pokemon is a small children
brand new.
It was, but it like even my kids want him to age now. Like Jacob, Jacob and Caitlin are like they like Pokemon for like a long time, and now they're like, why is he still so stupid? I'm like trust me. You have no idea because I was growing up with Pokemon. When it came out, I was in 6th grade, and everybody had the cards and everything. And now it's like, come on, dude, just have. They just need to do like a time skip, like just someone else get the license to Pokemon and be like, okay, we're doing a time skip, and he's gonna like go into the wilderness for like 10 years to come out like 20 years old.
The problem is if he's like
training the whole time in the wilderness
ever, like really gonna pull One Punch Man where it's like, yeah, Pikachu's now 99.
No, I just mean like have him come out like he knows his shit and like he like goes into like battles and like he's been training for like 10 years in the wilderness. He's got like a new, he's got his Pokemon now that he's gonna set out. Becomes champion, and then goes to the champion league and like fights like all the other champions. Instead, no, they're like, hey, this kid who's still 10 is gonna be who's a champion and a loser and like 12 other things. It's just I don't know. Papa Pig. Papa Pig never learns it. If he can helmet to ride the bus. My little one's like Papa Pig. I don't understand it. Whatever. They're 4 and 5, so I can't really blame them. Well, 6 now. 6.
I didn't ever really care too much for like the Pokemon shows compared to the games, but
the games are cool. I like the game, but
when it came to like
Sword and Shield was such a big
this isn't that bad, and then I'd watch the episode where it was a brand new like person just got her first Pokemon. Ash is like a reigning super gym champ, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna throw out this little leaf dude, and this little leaf guy completely destroys Pikachu.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
And I'm like
yeah, they do that quite a few times where he'll be like just finished the league in like 2nd or 3rd place in the league. You know, he's got these like really
first
powerful.
battle
His
ever
Pikachu should be like goddamn like level 99 by now. And he fights like a new trainer, and they use like one Pokemon and beat his Pikachu, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I just look at him, just like, what do they do? Like, we reset. It's like resetting a new game every time you go to a new area. You're like, okay, Pikachu, you're going back to level 1 again.
It felt like it. I literally, it was literally me just going, slapping my hand against my face. What the hell is this? And then I didn't watch anything else.
I love how they're not really mentioning that Ash is a champion, because in this one he takes Go and they go back to, I think he goes with Go in this one, and he actually goes back to the Apollo Islands or whatever they're called, the freaking Sun and Moon Islands. And he goes and meets all his friends, and they're like, "Oh, who are you? You're Ash's friend." They're like, "Oh yeah, Ash. Yeah, Ash is a big time thing, blah blah blah." But they never mention he's the champion, like ever. Like it doesn't even come up. And I'm like, you think they'd be like, "Oh, you're Ash's friend. Hey, champion, when are you gonna actually do your job?" He kind of left. Because the champion's supposed to stay in the region, like all the other champions. They stay in their region and they defend the region, and then they defend their title from other challengers. Well, Ash is just like, "Thanks for making me champion. I got my trophy. I'm leaving."
It's like, I'm gonna become champion of every place. Barney was Hellspawn.
Barney was Hellspawn. Yeah, Barney. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you that, man. Here you go.
True.
Barney was Hellspawn. Dude, that gave me nightmares. Barney, except when I ripped off his tail when I was a kid. That was fucking hilarious. And our parents were so pissed. Yeah, I went to like a birthday party with some kid, and they had like a life Barney size guy with a costume, and I accidentally ripped his tail off. Like I grabbed it and like tore it off. It's like a $200 costume that they had to pay to get fixed. I was like, well, I didn't like Barney even back then, so it's like, hey, you stupid fucking purple dinosaur. Take this and shove it up your. I love you. This guy, stop or I'm gonna kill you.
Dude,
you're making my ears bleed.
I never understood Barney. Even when I was a kid, I was like,
I never got into it. I don't understand why kids liked it so much.
And Nate liked it for some reason. I didn't really care for that. SpongeBob, at least there's like certain parts of SpongeBob that was like, okay.
God, I hate SpongeBob. I was so mad at SpongeBob because I was like, that dude is fucking billionaire right now. The dude who was like sitting in his bathtub, looking at his sponge, and was doing something weird, and was like, "Hey, look, I'm making a talk." And he's like, "You know what? That's a great idea." And all of a sudden, poof, he's a billionaire. I'm like, "Fuck you, man."
Kira's an 8 on here. Come on, that should be way higher.
Barney. The whole point was to get children to trust weirdos in furry suits. Kinda, yeah. I don't know, but if I walked in my backyard and a giant dude in a purple dinosaur suit standing there talking to my kids, I think I'd be calling the cops.
I think that's when you call the the porch shotgun.
Like, hey, fuck you doing in my yard?
It's time to go dino
Hi,
hunting.
I am Barney. Would you like to join us? Oh, you blew up my tail. I'm a peaceful dinosaur. You love me? I shut the fuck up. Put a head on, like, get his head off. It's like sticking on our porch.
Goodness sakes.
Fucking Barney.
Never
God, I
mind.
hated Barney. That was such a... Like,
Never
that and
mind.
Teletubbies. Like, what the fuck with
Oh my
Teletubbies?
god.
I'm sorry.
I
That was like
don't
a
even know. I don't.
drug-induced weird shit, dude. Like, someone, whoever came up with that
Dude,
shit
I
was
was
fucking
like, dude,
high.
I don't care if you're on drugs. That shit is not normal. I don't care. You can be the highest person ever. That shit should still be crazy to you.
Oh my god! I
That shit's
remember when that
fucking.
first came out, and I was
What
like, even as a
the
kid, I was
hell?
like, "What the fuck is this?" My parents were like, "You like Teletubbies?" I was like, "What the fuck is a Teletubby?" It's like this creepy little dude in a costume, like a TV on its stomach. I'm like, "What the hell? I can't do this." And you find out the guy who from Blue's Clues is like a pedophiler and all kinds of crazy shit. You know, from like the first Blue's Clues guy found out he was like a pedophile. Like his brother took over the show, and I don't know who's doing it now.
I think it's like some. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, now it's not Barney. Now it's Twisted Drag Clowns teaching kids how to twerk. Yeah, God no.
Oh my god.
I heard about that one. It
I've
was
seen
really
so
bad.
many like clips of people like that are supposed to be like I'll watch a YouTube fucking video that's like people dying inside, and then you'll see like the dad come home, hey guys, hey honey, and his daughter will be like, I learned something new today, and then she'll start like twerking, and he'll just look like the most disappointed father in the world. I'm like, oh god, oh it's so sad. It's so bad. I'm like, that would kill me so much.
How wasted they
Like,
were when they did it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, SpongeBob. Yeah, how wasted they were. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine a dude that was like fucking high on crack, sitting in his bathtub, and his sponge talking to him. He's like, "Oh fuck, guys, come here!" Like what? He's talking, and they're like, "Oh shit, let's draw it." One of his buddies, like an artist, is like, "Yeah, that sounds fucking cool. Let me draw that up real quick." Billionaire. I was like, "How can I?" You know, I'm like, "Hey, look, talking
see,
beer can. Can I be a billionaire now?"
see, to me, stuff that was like way more entertaining was like South Park. You know, I had to
Oh,
watch
I
that
didn't
when
like. I
mom and
was never
dad
a
were
big
home.
South Park guy, but I like Family Guy. I like
That shit was
American
funny as
Dad.
fuck.
South Park was a little too much. I don't know,
South Park was a
a little too
lot
out
more
there.
like, yeah, it was a little bit darker humor at times, but some of those episodes were like god tier.
There's a
Like
there's a
they
reason
did
why
the
they
whole
waited the
WoW
buzz stop.
episode. Yeah, the bus stop, and yeah,
The drink's done.
man, the one of the greatest episodes in South Park was like the whole like WoW episode where the dude's like sitting there.
Do you
Yes,
hear
like
what's
this
going on? What's
10
happening in
max
the World of
level.
Warcraft?
Yeah, I heard that. Oh god, it's like what the
They
fuck,
stopped all production on World of Warcraft now, so no more updates, no more nothing coming out.
man.
Not till they said until this whole thing is dealt with, and that could be years.
Yeah,
So good luck getting any
honestly,
new expansions for like the next 5 years.
it's like
Mike
whatever.
Tyson's
It's like
Mysteries. If you're not watching that, you're wasting. Mike Tyson's Mysteries. Never heard of that one. I'll have to find that. That sounds interesting. Dude, Mike Tyson, man, yeah, that dude was awesome.
what
get punched. What was that fucking movie? It was the dude like gets hit by Mike Tyson. He gets knocked out by fucking Mike Tyson. The dude's like, "Oh, you got knocked the fuck out by Mike Tyson. I'm never washing this cheek again." Like they break into his house to steal his tiger or something.
Goodness, I would not want to break into Mike Tyson's house. That sounds like a death wish.
Like the dude had a tiger like in his home, like as a pet.
Yeah,
And
dude.
like they break into like it was like a prank.
I'm not scared of
they were
the
bad.
tiger. I'd be way less scared of the tiger than him.
Right? Mike Tyson comes out and he's like, "Eat me."
You just walk out. Hey, where are you in my house? Oh, I'm dead. Shit.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Like, oh shit, I'm so fucked.
like, dude, just hit me. And I can like, be like, dude, I got knocked the fuck out by Mike Tyson. That's like one of those things like people are like
I
on him to
don't,
do.
I don't
Like,
think
dude,
it would even be that. It would be, yeah, I just got
imagine
one
like
punch.
him, like being him though, like you're walking down, just random people like, dude, punch me in the face, punch me in the face. You're like, the fuck's wrong with you? Like, come on, man, do it. Like, I'm totally going to jail. Even the cop would show up, be like, all right, we have an assault and battery. Oh, Mike Tyson, did you knock someone out? Okay, can you give me your autograph? That's how it would be for me if I was a cop pulling them over. Like, hey, we got a call to come to your house as an assault and battery charge against you with this man over here.
I'd
He
be
told me
like,
to punch him in the face. I'm like, wait, Mike Tyson? He's like, hey, I'm like, fuck it. Here, sign my thingy. Give me your autograph and I'll leave. Fucking Mike Tyson, dude. Yeah. Back up with Mike Tyson's like eating your own teeth and probably brain damage. Yeah. I won't believe it. Yeah.
yeah,
Fucking suck, dude. The dude's got a powerful fucking hit.
fuck. Yeah, get hit by him, you're gonna feel it for a long ass time. That's for
But it would be,
sure.
but it'd still be great if you survive.
Yeah.
Still be kind of like one of those, honorable things. You could brag to people like, dude, I got
Bro, I
punched in
got
the face. You can come in with like
I got mashed brains now because like
you're sitting in the hospital, your fucking eye is like black. You got like a cracked skull. Fucking, and they're like, dude, what the fuck hit him? Fucking, someone hit him with a baseball bat? And they're like, no, man. It's Mike fucking Tyson, man. Fucking punched me in the face. They're like, oh shit. Actually, pretty cool. What's gonna happen, Doc? That'll be like 10 grand of, medical surgery and stuff to get your face to work again. But hey,
on that show that he was talking about, as I was just going through.
Mike
The
Tyson's
OVA.
Golden Boy. That's the one he was talking about. What's that one? Hold that one up because he was talking about that earlier.
This is OVA, so a part-time work riding all over the highways, finding employee wherever he can. His adventures bring him knowledge and experience that can't be taught in a classroom, and delicacy of a young woman's heart.
Maybe one of those where he goes around and just meets a bunch of MILFs.
Well, it's an OVA, so probably.
Yeah, probably. It'd be funny, and he's like, I meet a bunch of like married single women that are gone. Their husbands are gone. It's like all those Japanese movies. Like, husband actually lives in like a different city from me because he's got to work, and he gets enough money that pays for us both to have a house. And I'm lonely, so I'm going to sleep with his son, or or she's gonna hook up with a neighbor kid or something.
Some of these that I'm seeing that are like rated 8s and stuff, some of them like, oh, that should probably be less, and some of them like, that should probably be way higher up on the list. But this was a good show. This was a crazy show, though.
I was trying to watch that the Crazy Adventures of JoJo, or like, I was just like, dear God, it's not porn. Oh, you mean it's not hentai, as we should say? Dear God, some of that stuff is fucking creepy. Especially nowadays, it's like, oh my God.
They gotta be crazier and crazier.
Yeah, I want to know
one
what
up
some of
each
these
other.
Japanese porn people all into like brother and sister lovey-dovey stuff is fucking kind of creepy. He's like, I love you, my fit. I'm like, oh God, the fuck did I get into? Fuck are you guys making me watch? Yeah, JoJo. Yeah, I don't know. Like the first season wasn't too bad, and then it got weirder and weirder and weirder. It's like his son, and it's like his son's son, and then I don't even know what the fuck.
I honestly, I didn't
He's like,
even
we're gonna
really
fight
understand.
vampires, and now we're fighting like some kind of weird vampire gods. I don't even know where I was at last time. I was like,
The first season, the JoJo's was like, oh,
fucking
hey,
weird.
this is gonna be like
Kind
a
of weird, but it was like
masculine
him
off.
and his buddy becomes a vampire, and his buddy like burns his castle down, and they fight, and then
It's like, huh? It's gonna be a masculine off. It's gonna be, oh yeah, I'm the better man.
it was pretty.
I'm
Yeah, it
the
was like,
better- That's what
yeah,
it felt like,
yeah.
and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
so
weird. And
fucking
like at the
strange.
end, like he's on the boat, and like the dude's head is still there, and like attacks him and kills his wife, or no, kills him, but his wife's pregnant, and then she has a son, and then it's like his son fights a vampire, and then like his son's son. No, it's not. I'm like, I think like his son, like this is a grandson or something now, who's fighting like not even vampires anymore. There's like these things, these like god creatures, or like ancient vampires that create vampires. And it's just weird. I'm just like, what the fuck is this show? Like, I don't even get it anymore. They're like breathing techniques or how you become more powerful, like Haikun or something they called it in that one. I was just like, I don't know. It just got weird. Like they do kill off a lot of people in it. I'll give them that, because they had like one dude was like a bubble dude, which is fucking weird as shit. But he like could create bubbles that are like magical bubbles that like do damage, like explode. And that dude
I
just gets
guess it is
fucking
better than
murdered.
anything coming out of Marvel.
True, I'll give him that. Yeah, it's better than He-Man, and Marvel. Now, especially now, because they gave that fucking Kibblesmith idiot the Blade series. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the great part about Japanese stuff.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
give a crap
fucking-
about our
I know they told the like
shit.
manga people, like, because did you hear like the comic
But-
creators were
but-
complaining about manga? They're like, these guys are so sexist. Look at all these big boobs. And the manga
Like,
people are like, fuck off. We're gonna do what we
sit there
want.
and I go, what? Like, I'm sitting here watching One Piece, and I'm like, there are some of the weirdest fucking characters in One Piece ever. And
I've been
you're like,
waiting for the whole time for
big
Luffy to
boob
finally
chicks.
hook up with one of the chicks. Like, dude, Luffy needs to like get on board. He's like the captain. He's got 3 fucking sexy ass women next to him. He needs to like, come on, like, especially what's her name? Fucking Nami. Like, dude, like I thought they were gonna hook up like long time ago when they did the whole Nami Island thing. I thought she was gonna fall in love with him and everything. No, I was like, damn it,
I don't
man,
know.
dude, hook. Dude, if I was Luffy, I'd have hooked
like-
up with her like fucking the first
To me,
day.
it's like a freaking family on board. Like, if anyone hooks up, I could see more of like Zoro and like.
I think Zoro and that one princess chick are gonna hook up.
Princess.
The sister to what's his name? That's like the one that's like the most beautiful whatever on the island.
Oh
It's
yeah,
actually the sister to Momo or
I
whatever.
kind of see that, but
Because she's like totally for him. Because when he was like fighting and she was like and like staring at him the whole time when he's like beating all these other people. She's like, oh my god.
I think
He's
we
like,
might get
yeah, I'm a
like
badass.
we might get like a
Come
hint at
here.
who was Zoro's like blood, like his family members and stuff soon, because they talk about how some people left Wano, and it was at the time it was you weren't supposed to ever leave Wano,
Well, he never. Well, he wasn't from one. It
and
was that.
those people
I
went
think the guy who
to
trained him
the
was.
yeah they went to the East Blue, and that's where they set up in a village.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, like, if you look at the picture of the dude, I think it was like um,
Yeah. Considering the major market demographic of comics is a predestined boys, gee, I wonder why did you women like that? Real head scratcher. Must be sexism. No. No, because sex sells. It just does. You want beautiful men and women. You know, that's how it
how is
works. I
that?
do like One Piece because it has like everything in it, like, and it's not
Yeah,
woke.
and
Like, you want a
it's
dude who dresses like a
crazy.
clown or dresses like a lady? Well, they got that. They got fish people. They got everything, and
Oh, fudge.
but it's not woke. It's not like, hey, there's a transgender dude. It's like, no, that's a guy who likes dressed like a lady who's actually really powerful. What was that one they had in the prison that was like really bad? Like, she can like stab you and turn you into like whatever. She was turning men into women. They're like her fruit power. You remember that? The prison?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about though. Is I was
And
like,
then
there's like
Sanji
some
landed on that island.
fucking crazy. Yeah,
He
Sanji's
thought it was like an island full of beautiful women. Turns out they all like fucking transgender dudes.
that's
He's like,
the one thing though. I feel like Sanji's becoming more and more perverted and less like getting his like cool side out there. Because before it was like he seemed like this James Bond kind of badass that would like come in and save the day, and at like specific moments. But then he like had that quirk to him that's like Nami Swan.
and he finally got to the island with all the dudes, and he's finding like the ladies.
Yeah. But ever since then, it feels like that fucking side of him that's like
Like, way worse.
jumped up tenfold. It's like, oh god.
It was pretty funny, like the 2 years. Like, remember, like the 2 year mark was coming up, and they were all showing on like what they were up to on the islands. Like, Sanji's dressed like a lady. He's like, I finally found my peace, and it was like 2 years ended. And he's like, oh, thank God! He fucking runs. He like tears it off. He's like, I'm free.
There's supposed to be like one chapter. I thought it was called Monster. Yeah, this. So this is I think either this guy
That's the one that he
or
beat. That gave him the sword.
Yeah, yeah,
That turned
yeah.
out to be that one
But
legendary samurai sword.
from the one chapter it shows what he looked like, and to me that looks
A lot like Zoro.
super much, yeah, like crazy like Zoro. So it's like, I wonder.
Well, he was an orphan or whatever. It could have been. It could have been like washed up on some island.
Well, I think there was a group of people that left the island. It was, and one of them was like a head family. It was like a head samurai type family when all like the murders and stuff started, like 50 years ago or whatever. So I'm
They're
thinking,
doing live action Cowboy Bebop. Tell me they won't do or trans.
yeah,
I won't put money on. I don't know, man. They walked. I guess they walked back because they were doing this whole thing where they were going to make what's her name sexy in that because you know her outfit is really kind of revealing. And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna change her look so that she's not so revealing." And I heard they walked it back though because of all the backlash. People were like, "Oh, that's not her. That's not her look. You wouldn't need to make her look like the show." So, I don't know.
Honestly, it's like, man, why can't they just stay? Like, I get it if you're making something your own, and if you can come out with something that's amazing and that people want to read, then go ahead, do whatever you want. But you got to make it something that, that you could do your own stuff. But when you're taking someone else's, and then you're trying to change it to your own way, and it's just like, no, 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 go make your own thing. Like, you're trying to change this person's, like, that's the only thing I hope more than anything is that they don't change One Piece entirely. The
Yeah.
the like script that was leaked has even more foreshadowing than even One Piece had, and I wouldn't mind that. Like, they name drop, um, uh, man. Now, of course, I can't think of the names, but they name drop the guy at Bratier
Mm.
that shows up at Bratier as they're all there. Instead of him just showing up in the show, I think they start out the show with like Marine admirals or not Marine admirals, but like some of the higher ups in the Marines talking about certain people in the East Blue,
Mm.
and they like kind of name drop a few bigger characters from the East Blue arcs, and I was like, okay, so they're trying to make it where it has foreshadowing, like the show pretty much did the entire time. I'm just like, you have to do it spot on to make this anywhere good, and this makes me a bit happy because it's like, okay, they're putting in a lot of work, but can they pull off the like CGI and stuff? Because we know it's going to be heavily CGI'd. And it has a lot of money going into it. There's no way this show wouldn't be fucking insanely CGI'd.
Mm. All right. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up soon. I am out.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's.
Yeah. Wookie, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for participating, and thank you everybody who's been in the chat. You have a good night. And we're probably gonna wrap it up now because fuck, it's like what, almost 1:15 in the morning here. Thank you all. Guys, good night.